Hey everybody, this is the Sliders Review, and I'm here today to talk to you about Disney Channel. Only has one current television show airing. That is uncanny. So I reported last year that Disney Channel literally scrubbed every single last live action television sitcom series that they had. That was very shocking because Disney has never done that. And I knew Wizards Beyond Waverly Place was coming out. And so that was one of the new shows that was coming out. And I assumed that other shows would follow. But they haven't. In fact, Wizards Beyond Waverly Place is the only current Disney Channel television show that they have going on right now. And I literally had no idea that was going on until I was on Reddit, and I was curious to see what people are now saying about Wizards of Waverly Beyond Waverly Place, because the season is up. So I was just kind of curious to know what people's opinions were. And somebody literally said there's no way in the world they'll cancel this show because it's the only thing they got going on right now. And I'm just like, wait, hold up, because I don't watch Disney Channel. I don't have cable no more because I find it pointless and stuff. And so it's like, and I'm an adult, so I don't really watch Disney Channel no more, unless it's an older show that I like Wizards of Waverly Place now got that spinoff and everything. And I was shocked to find out that, yeah, this is the only current show they got going on right now. What the heck is going on with Disney Channel? I don't know what's going on with Nickelodeon. I've always been more of a Disney Channel guy. I've been more of a Mickey Mouse person than a slime person, so I just don't know what's going on over there. And I don't really care. But Disney Channel was like one of the big networks of my adult life. Like when my family got cable again, like my 2 years left of high school, I was watching Disney Channel. Like I wasn't really watching anything else but Disney Channel. When I went to college, I was worried because I'm like, oh no, now I'm an adult and I can't watch Disney Channel no more because somebody's gonna make fun of me. Man, I'm walking through the dorm, people got their doors open, and even Stevens was on it, Lizzie McGuire. So I'm like, hey. And so I'm all like, yeah, even people in college watch Disney Channel and stuff. And, I've stuck with it for a good couple of years and stuff. During the time of Zoog Disney, when things were more serious, to the wackier days of That's So Raven, Wizards of Waverly Place, Jesse and stuff like that. But then, I started to notice after a while, they got rid of the wacky and they started to go back to the serious, but then they started to blend a little bit of the wackiness. And some of those shows did pretty well, some of them did not. And I'm kind of curious to know that maybe, just maybe, that blending of the two different styles just wasn't what kids wanted to see. Like, who really knows, And so then they started to experiment with that more, and those were around the shows that got canceled. And I was really shocked and surprised to see these shows get canceled. They weren't that bad. They really wasn't. When I watched the pilots and stuff, they really reminded me of those older Disney shows and stuff like that. Especially that villain show. I was really surprised that got canceled. But it's weird because it's kind of like all these shows that got canceled are all diverse. And we all know diversity is being under attack, mainly by white angry dudes on YouTube and a couple of females and a few people of color, but it's mostly a bunch of grown men in their 40s and 50s raging against the mouse and everything just because they want to pay their light bill and because they hate diversity and stuff. And then of course it trickled over to the normal public, and then it trickled over into politics and stuff. But the thing is but I was, like I said before, all of the shows that got canceled, every single last one of them was diverse. Like it was like a huge, like, plethora of like black people, Hispanic people, um mixed races and stuff. There was only really one predominantly white show, even though the lead actress was Italian, but she played a white girl, and the guy who played her brother was Mexican, even though he played a white boy. But it was still a predominantly white show, and it was very similar to Wizards of Waverly Place, and that got canceled and stuff. So what the heck is going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, could it be just Disney rolling back on diversity? We know they are now, and we know about some of the, like, people who used to work for them for like Pixar and stuff said they wanted all that stuff kind of like dialed back some and everything because they got tired of those angry people getting pissed and stuff, talking about they're not going to let their kids watch this stuff and let Disney brainwash their kids because they want their kids to stay hateful and everything. But it's like, so that was part of the problem. But then again, I think one of the problems is it could just be Disney is bleeding money. Let's go back to the pandemic. So before the pandemic, Disney was buying a lot of big stuff. They bought Marvel, they bought Star Wars, Fox, Hulu, National Discovery, Pixar. But then the pandemic happened and they was unable to make their money back because Hollywood had to shut down. And then when they started making movies during the pandemic, that's when they started putting everything on streaming, and it just didn't do that well, and it was not profitable. Now that they're putting movies back out in theaters and stuff, they're slowly starting to regain their money and everything. And we've noticed they started to dial back on content. When the people in charge of Disney is all like, yeah, we're not going to put out that much like Marvel TV shows. We'll put out probably 1 or 2 movies a year. Same thing with Star Wars, not doing that many TV shows. You know what I believe it is? I don't believe it's because, also those projects aren't doing very well. They're kind of lackluster. So that's one problem. But I believe it's because they're just running out of money and they don't have the money to spend on all those movies. Because they put hundreds of millions of dollars not only into their movies, but now their streaming shows. So if they're putting all that money into that and trying to keep the license to all those projects that they now acquired, they really probably don't have that much money for their like broadcast television shows. And it's quite a shame and stuff. And not only that, but their strategy just isn't working. Okay, when a Disney Channel show first premieres, the very next night, the first 9 episodes are on Disney Plus. So if you got Disney Plus or you got a friend that got Disney Plus, you can watch the first 9 episodes. So what is the point of watching it on broadcast TV? Then you have to wait a couple of months for the second half to come out. And once that does, then they start doing it weekly on broadcast television. And once the season is up, then it all uploads on Disney Plus. And some people are probably like, well, you know what? If I can wait maybe a month, 2 or something like that, then I don't have to watch it on broadcast television. I can just watch it on Disney Plus. That formula of theirs is really messing them up. Same way with their movies. When, say, like a Marvel movie comes out, 2 months later, it will be on Disney Plus. So what's the point in going to the theaters and spending money if you're just spending money on Disney Plus? So streaming, I believe, is really hurting Disney Channel. And as a result, not Disney Channel, but streaming is hurting Disney in general. And as a result, it's hurting like Disney Channel and everything else. Now, I do know that Raven-Symoné signed that multi-deal to make like multiple projects with them. And they do have a new project that's supposed to be coming out about some princess or something like that. That's in England or something like that. But it hasn't come out yet. At some point this year, it will. And so, but what about other stuff? Like, like there are really no new projects coming out. And then not only that, but because they're dialing back on DEI, they're making people who are white happy, but all the people of color, all the like LGBT are getting pissed off now because of them, because they're now taking away stuff that they added for inclusion and stuff. So it's a win-lose battle. If they try to make one side happy, they're going to alienate and piss off the other side. They need to pick a team and be neutral, but they're not doing that because Disney is panicking too much. I mean, you saw what happened with Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Of one comment from one actor and they panic. And now those dwarves are like CGI and look stupid. And what's funny is that they even have a dwarf actor who voices one of the dwarfs, but you can't see his face because it's a completely CGI face that looks more like the cartoon. And that's all it takes. So they really need to figure out what they're doing, because if not, Disney Channel might just shut down in the future. And that's going to be sad, because for the past 20-ish years and stuff, they've been rocking and rolling, you know? Mufasa did not die for this. Alrighty, well, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.